Welcome, guys. Again, comment in the comment section your first and last name just so I know you're here. And we will wait about a couple minutes before we start and we will get on with it. How's it going, Rachel? How's it going, Daniel? I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are snuggled up and comfortable. Also, just a quick reminder, if you guys haven't watched the video, you can go on onechurch.to/the virus name and you can find the video and watch the video before, because today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking. It's basically small groups online, guys, where we are just going to follow along with our small group questions like we would regularly do, except at the end of today, we will be giving away a prize. So if you like gift cards and you like answering questions, then this is the day for you. I know, excitement. So we'll wait a little bit before we start, before we continue, but just wanted to ask for some of you guys that are here, how was your weeks, and do you have anything planned maybe for next week? I know it's a bummer that we had to cancel, we had to take out our March break camp, but any plans that you guys have this week coming up? Prizes, yep. Everybody loves the prizes. How's it going, Isabel? I hope that you are doing well, and I hope that you had a great week. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Will do. Have a great morning in service. I wish you could like comments, but you can't. I can tell you I like it though. Perfect. That's good, Isabel. I'm glad that you had a good week. So again, the prize that we are giving out today is, Rachel, you're celebrating your birthday this week? Man, that is crazy. We would have had so much fun at March Break Camp. But what are you doing this week to celebrate your birthday? For 3 whole weeks. Video games, right? Video games, Disney Plus are going to be on rotation, I'm assuming, for you, Daniel. Or maybe reading a book, catching up on some missed homework. Not reading a book. I get it. And that's good. Rachel's having a party. Homeschooling. Bummer. So do you still have school? Do you still have school, Daniel, or are you off as well? No homework. That is wonderful. You guys literally have 3 weeks to just games, Netflix, Disney Plus, computer games, Roblox. Do you guys play that? I know my brother plays Roblox a lot. That's the only reason why I know about Roblox. I don't play Roblox. Ooh. Okay, so we are going to start. Okay, so like I was telling the group earlier, darn it. But like I was telling the group earlier, guys, basically this session is just going to be basically us following along with the small group questions. You guys, the link for the video is actually up. If you go to onechurch.to and go down to program updates, you can go all the way down to our youth junior high, and it will say March 15th video, and you can click on that and you can watch that video. If you haven't already, watch the video. It's about 10 minutes, literally talking about what we're talking about today. And we're going to get into it today because I know a lot of you guys want that opportunity to win that gift card. So today's topic of discussion is about putting others first and how that will better our relationships, okay? And relationships with friends, relationships with parents, and relationships with peers, okay? A big topic of discussion today is going to be about humility and about being humble, okay? So we're going to read the scripture that came with the video, and that is from Luke 14, verse 8 to 11. So if you guys have Bibles, if you guys are on phones, internets, and have the Bible app, feel free to open it and you can read along. But I'm going to read it and then we're going to go into our discussion, okay? So Luke 14, verse 8 to 11 says, "When someone invites you to a wedding feast, do not take the place of honor, for a person more distinguished than you may have been invited. If so, the host who invited both of you will come and say to you, 'Give this person your seat.'" That would suck, okay? "Then, humiliated, you will have to take the least important place. But when you are invited, take the lowest place, so that when your host comes, he will say to you, 'Friend, move up to a better place.' Then you will be honored in the presence of all the other guests. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and for those who humble themselves will be exalted." Okay? I know that's a little bit of a tough follow, so I'm going to break it down in a story for you guys, okay? I am going to give you the O'Shea version of this story, okay? So imagine you were invited to a dinner party, okay? For the sake of it, it's Rachel's birthday next week. We're going to imagine that we're invited to Rachel's birthday party, okay? Boom. We're going to Rachel's birthday party, and what we don't realize is Rachel has some friends that are up there, okay? Let's say Rachel is friends with the queen, okay? She's got some good company. What this verse is saying is that if I got invited, and I'll use me, I'll pick on myself, but if I got invited to Rachel's party and there was a spot that had the perfect chair and it said reserved, if I went to that party and I was like, man, this is why me and Rachel, this is why we're friends, because she got me a reserved seated sign at her birthday party. And I go and I sit down, and like 10, 15 minutes later, Rachel comes up and like she taps me on the shoulder and she's like, Pastor O'Shea, the seat's for the queen and she's actually right here. So I'm going to need you to get up and I'm going to need you to sit all the way over there. That would suck, okay? I would feel mad embarrassed and I would be like, dang it. This is awkward. And I'd probably get up and I'd probably sit in the very back because I wouldn't want people to see me, especially after I made that decision and that choice, okay? But I would get up and now I would go. What this verse is saying is that when I get to this party, instead of seeing the reserved seating sign and say, that must be for me because, me and Rachel are like, boom. No, it's saying that I should actually sit in the far corner like I'm supposed to and not assume that I'm so special that I deserve this reserved seating, that I deserve this special seating, and actually wait for that moment where Rachel comes and she taps me on the shoulder, and she's like, Pastor O'Shea, why are you sitting in the back? I actually have a seat for you here. And it would be me going into that seat. And there's a different context in that now. Instead of being humiliated, I'm being exalted. I'm being not necessarily like blowing my head up and man, I'm so special and I need someone to tell me. It's being exalted because I was humble in the beginning, because I didn't assume that I was someone so great, so deserving of this great seat. So it's a great story. It's a great read. Again, if you haven't watched the video, after this, I would really encourage you to watch the video. It's 10 minutes, probably one of the shorter videos that we had, and it's really good. But we're gonna move on from that now, and I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay, this is a very interesting question, and I'm very interested to see everybody's response to this question. And the question is, would you rather spend 3 hours arguing every day or have a reputation as someone who thinks they are better than everybody else? I'm going to say it again, and then you guys feel free to respond in the live chat. I really want to hear from you guys. So respond in the live chat and we can get this conversation rolling. But the question is, would you rather spend 3 hours arguing every day or have a reputation as someone who thinks they are better than everybody else? So, would you rather 3 hours of nonstop arguing, or would you rather people to think, O'Shea thinks they're so much better than they are? So these are two tough ones, very tough ones, but which one would you rather have? Yeah. So we got Daniel who said, I'd rather argue 3 hours. Isabel's like, yeah, give me the arguing. Yeah, give me the arguing. Seems to be the consensus with everybody. There's no one here that would be like, yeah, I want people to think that I'm better than everybody else. No one feels like that. No one feels like, let me. Yeah. So everyone basically goes for arguing for 3 hours. Now, my biggest question is why? Why would you guys rather argue for 3 hours than think or have people think that you're better than everybody else? So we asked the what. Now it's just a little bit of the who. It's a little bit of the why. Why would you want people to think, or why would you want to argue for 3 hours? Because I know there's certain people I would not want to argue for 3 hours with. But my displeasure for people thinking that I am greater than them definitely outweighs the arguing for 3 hours, so I'm going to take the arguing. I know for me personally, to answer this question while you guys get some time to type in your answers in the live chat, is I would also lean with you guys. I'd want to argue for 3 hours just because I wouldn't want that perception of myself. I wouldn't want people thinking that I am greater than them, that I am so much better than them, because it'd be a little awkward in conversations. It'd be a little awkward, especially if they're my friends and stuff like that, where I don't want my friends, I don't want people that I potentially work with, I don't want people that are looking at me to be like, O'Shea thinks he's so much better than everybody else. Like, I wouldn't want to be known as the mean girl group. That would be the worst. No one wants to be known as the mean girl group. Nobody. So Daniel said he would rather argue for 3 hours because people would start to dislike him if he thought that he was better than everyone else. And exactly, we don't want people to dislike us and soon despise. Exactly. Your dislike, people will be like, I don't really want to hang around with this person. I don't really want to like spend time. So like the time you spend with your friends would start to go down. And then it would come to a point where they're like, yeah, I'm over this guy. I don't I don't want to go out with this guy. This guy's, no one wants that guy. And Isabel, you said it would make me look like I didn't really care about others as much. That's very valid. Very, very valid. When you start to like think you're better than everyone else, people have that perception that they're like, they probably don't even care about me. So why do I want to be around them? And Rachel, yeah, not that you would have no friends, but if people thought that we were better than them, we would have no friends. That's all very, very good answers. Very good answers and very applicable answers. So that's really good. But here's a little bit of an easier question for you guys, where all you have to do is type in a number. And the question is, I'll say the question twice, just so you guys have a little bit of time to type and all that fun jazz. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important do you think it is to have humility? So on a scale of 1 to 10, how important do you think humility is? I know it's a bit of a loaded-ish question. But we got Daniel says 10, Isabel says 9. Daniel changed it. Now we got number ranges. We're keeping the tradition alive. I love it. But for the most part, it seems that our range is a 8 to 10. So it's a fair assumption. Same with Rachel. It's a fair assumption to say that humility is something that we know is extremely important in our lives. Being humble, having that heart of humility is something that is extremely important. Now, here, if we're able to understand that humility is important, my next question is, how can we tell that somebody is humble? So how do we, when we look at our friends, when we look at peers, when we maybe even our teachers, people that we may see at church and stuff like that, our leaders, how do we know that someone is humble? What are some attributes? What are some characteristics? What are some examples maybe of things that people do that show us that they're humble? While you guys are typing out answers, basically, I'll share a little bit just so there's not this dead, awkward, silent space. You know what I'm space. And then it just gives you time to write in that live chat, and then I'll bring up your answers. Just kind of how we've been doing. But I know one way that I can tell if someone is humble is if they're willing to do anything or anything. And what I mean by that is, I'll give an example. If we're all at church and we see that there's garbage just laying around and stuff like that, are we too good to pick up this garbage and put it in the garbage? That's really weird. Garbage in the garbage. Blew my mind. But like this is where I can tell if someone is humble. I can tell if someone has humility if they're walking by and they see garbage on the floor and they take time out of where they're going. They take time out of what they're doing to stop, pick up the garbage, and throw it in the garbage. And as much as that seems like something so little, it actually means something so big, because a lot of the times, and I'm guilty of doing this too, guys, where if I'm out in public and I see there's garbage on the floor, 9 out of 10 times, if I'm out in public, I'm out there with a mission. I'm out there with a motive. I am going somewhere and I need to get there. How's it going, Alec? Welcome. Glad you joined. But I'm going there for a mission. I'm en route. Okay? So I'm not trying to stop. I'm not trying to waste time by picking up garbage and putting it in the garbage. But it's something as small as that actually really helps us a lot. And that's at least one way for me personally that I am able to see if people are humble. And I see it quite a bit, honestly, on Wednesdays and on Sundays, where I see some of you guys even where you'll be walking, you'll see garbage, and you'll just pick it up and throw it away. And it's amazing to see that a lot of you guys are able to do that. And Daniel said, I can know because they don't try to find praise for themselves. That is honestly a really good answer. A lot of times when people do great work, you can tell based off of, are they looking for a response? Yes, exactly as Daniel said. Do they do needed things quietly? Yeah. A big thing is that it's when people do stuff, are they doing it for the praise of others? Are they doing it so that people are like, man, look how great that person is at that? And are they fishing for those? Or are they just doing it because it needs to get done? And even if they're talented and gifted at it, are they doing it for the responses? Which really good, Daniel. I really like that answer. And Isabel said, if someone really cares about others and doesn't just focus on themselves, that's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Because a lot of the times it's unfortunate, but we see a lot of people that are just, they got like, I don't know if you guys watch like horse racing or anything like that, but horses got like these things that like blind them from the side so they don't get distracted. People seem to have those blinders sometimes too, where the only thing that they can see is themselves and what's going to push them forward. And not a lot of the times are people looking at, how can I help this person on my right or this person on my left? So that's a really, really good answer. And I'm just gonna give it up maybe 5-10 more seconds if someone wants to throw an answer in, and then we'll move on to the next question. But these are all really good answers, guys. Really good answers, really good ways to find out, or really good ways to see if someone has humility or if someone is humble. But here's the last one. This one I don't think I can answer this question, guys, because it's been a long time. I'm not that old, so don't call me old. But it's been a long time since I've been in middle school. So I'm going to need a lot of your guys' help with this question. And it is, what makes it difficult for a middle schooler to be humble? So I'm going to say it again, and then I'm going to write it down. What makes it difficult? Difficult for a middle schooler to be humble. So I also wrote it down in the chat. If you go to the live chat, you can see. But this is our next question. What makes it difficult for a middle schooler to be humble? And I know it might be really tough for some of you guys to answer this because you guys are extremely humble. You guys have humility that is crazy. But let's just imagine here. Let's just imagine on what makes it difficult. It's a little bit of a tougher question because now you're like, Pastor O'Shea might know something about me, but I'll make it fair. I'll add something that may make it hard for maybe an adult to be humble. And I think the biggest thing is, if I'll expose myself. If I know that I am a lot better at something than somebody, I usually don't allow them the opportunity, or I don't create the space for them to perform the activity, perform what they're doing. I usually just step up and I'll go, man, I'm good at this. I'll just do it. And honestly, it's not really being humble. It's not really showing humility because I'm not allowing that other person to grow. I'm not allowing that other person to be able to do this activity. And instead of just me, myself doing it, I can bring them alongside and be like, hey, let's do this together. But I'm going to take a step back and you can take a step forward and you can just kill it. And if you need any help, any direction, anything like that, I can help you out. But this is all you. So I know that's something that, man, I fall short in all the time. So I expose myself So now you guys know a little dirt on Pastor O'Shea. So you guys shouldn't feel too intimidated to answer, because again, these aren't ways that you lack in being humble. These are just middle schoolers, guys. So it doesn't involve you. But Daniel said, because this is a time where middle schoolers try to gain a good image for themselves. Okay. So that's why they might not be necessarily, or why it may be hard for them to be humble, is because it's all about themselves. It's all about, how can I gain popularity? How could I gain status? How could I be the cool one on the block? And Isabella said, some people can get jealous of how great or cool others are and want to make themselves look as great or cool as. That's a really good outlook. So if someone is off to the side and they're looking at people and they're looking at everything that they're doing and they're like, oh man, I wish that I can be as great as that. I wish I can step up to that. So now they're going to start to fake being great, or make themselves seem a lot greater than they may actually be, which is a really, really, really good answer. That's a really good look on it. But again, I'll give it 10 seconds. If you guys are typing up your answers, you got 10 seconds, and then we will move on to the next question. And I do want to remind you guys that the last question that we do is going to be for the gift card. Yes, a gift card, a $10 gift card of your choice. This is amazing. So stay tuned to the very end, and we will be able to walk that with you guys. People want popularity. Yep, that is an amazing example of why middle schoolers may struggle with being humble, because they want, as you guys say, they want all the clout. They want all of it. They want to be recognized for everything that they do well at. They want to be recognized for everything that they're good at. So they're like, yeah, bring it on. Yeah, tell me how good I am. That is great. But next question. How might believing you know better or are better than somebody affect the way that you treat them? So I'll say it again. How might believing you know better or are better than someone else affect the way that you treat them? So basically, in the simplest words, how may acting like you are better than someone affect the way that you treat that person? This is a really good question, because I think it happens a little too often and we don't even realize it sometimes, which is a bummer. But I think a big way that it can affect the way that we treat someone is, man, sometimes we can think that, yeah. Sorry, I just read Daniel's thing and it was like right on what I was gonna say. So I'm just gonna tether off of what Daniel said, because it was a really good answer. But it makes you treat them as if they were dumb. I probably wouldn't say dumb, but it makes you treat them as if they were less than you. Yeah, you could be putting them down. Exactly. You guys literally hit exactly what I was going to be talking about. If you're always walking around like you're better than someone, you could honestly be putting them down and not even know it sometimes. And that's crazy. Like, that's bananas. An example is like, if you're on a sports team and you know that on this sports team, if it's like soccer or something, you know that if you get that ball, you can score anywhere on the soccer field. Like, you know, you are that guy. You are the guy. Okay? And soccer, you have about 10 plus other players on the field, and if you feel like you're the best, that you're the best scorer, you have another scorer on the team, and sometimes you may not pass to that person. you may take the shot and not work as a team, and that can belittle that other person. That can allow that other person to feel like maybe they're not worthy enough, maybe they're not good enough, and it sucks because you're doing both of them, both of what Daniel said about treating them as if they're dumb. It's like belittling people based on their skills and saying, I'm so good at this and you're just thanks, Tamara. But you're basically saying like, I'm up here, so you can't see that. I'm up here and you're like all the way down here. It's like that. And we don't want people to feel like that. And Isabel said, it might make you treat them like they are not as smart as you, and you might start to put them down because you think you are smarter. It's really good. Have you ever seen anyone in class when a teacher asks a question and they fly their hand up and then they answer the question and the teacher's like, O'Shea, no, that was wrong. And someone else just slowly puts their hand up and they're like, yeah, it's this. And the teacher's like, exactly, that's what it is. O'Shea, maybe next time you should take your time and not just throw your hand up. I don't know if that's happened to you guys. That's happened to me a little bit more than I would like to admit. But there's times like that where that made me feel dumb, and this other person who put their hand up literally looked at, and it just felt like they were attacking me, man. It was crazy. And they would just look at me and be like, looks like you're not smart. And I'd be like, maybe I'm not smart. And exactly what Isabel said. It brings you down and it makes you feel like you're not as smart as them, or you can't actually be as smart as them maybe. So those are all some good answers. We're going to leave 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then we are going to continue on our talk about humility and humbleness. All right. So this question is a little bit more practical, a little bit more. It might challenge us this week. It might be a little bit difficult this week, but question is, this week, what's one way that I can put someone first? Now, this is really good question. And as you guys are typing in the live chat, I know a lot of you guys are like, but I don't have school this week, Pastor O'Shea. I'm not going to be interacting with people. I'm not going to be having conversations with people. But I got a surprise for you. You guys have somebody in the house that you live in. And if that person is a person, then there's one way that you can put people or someone else first this week. And I know a lot of you guys are like, but then I got to do it for my family. And we all know that we love our families. We love them. But sometimes they're a little bit difficult. Or they can be, or we think, I'm going to say that, we think they can be a little bit difficult because they're not difficult. They're asking us to do reasonable things, and we just think they're difficult because it's inconveniencing us. But what's one way this week that we can put someone first, whether it be our family, whether it be our siblings, whether it be someone who lives in our house? How can we put someone first? And man, Pastor O'Shea's here to help give you guys some examples and maybe some extra pointers and tips on how you can put some people first this week. Now, if you are going to be home, exactly, Isabel. I was literally just going to say that. You can help your parents with chores so they can have more free time. I know most of your parents, if you guys, while they were at work, while they were out of the house, if you guys cleaned up, if you guys maybe did dishes, helped sweep or even mop the floor or anything like that, I know your parents would come back and be so thrilled and so happy that you were able to help out. And guess what? That's a way that you can put someone else first. Is instead of playing video games for like 17 hours next week a day, you can maybe take an hour and help clean up. Or if you have a sibling, maybe you can take an hour and help them with something. Maybe you can take an hour and play a game that they like and not play a game that you like and you're only inviting them because you need another person and you're like, I guess you can come. It's saying, hey, brother, sister, friend, let's play a game, and let's play a game that you like. So let's look at some of the other things that you guys said. You said I can treat my mom more respectfully and listen to her more often. Exactly. That's the way that you can put her first. If she's like, hey, Daniel, I need you to throw out the garbage. And instead of saying, Mom, I'm playing a video game, can you wait like 20 minutes? It's saying, all right, Mom, I'll go do that right now, and pause the video game. That's a way that you can put her first because you're showing her that, man, I'm going to put what you asked first ahead of this video game. Because when you say, Mom, can you wait? You're basically saying, Mom, this video game's more important right now. I'm playing this. So that's a really good way. Tamara said we can help them with chores. Tamara, that is a great answer. That is a great answer. And I may or may not tell your parents that you said that. So who knows? You may have or you may not have more chores to do. But again, you didn't hear it from me, and your parents didn't hear it from me either. You're probably not going to be happy with me. But Daniel also said, I can work. He said, I can do my work so that my mom could do her work from home more. Yeah, that's a great way where you're like, where you're looking at things that your mom is doing or things that your mom needs to do and saying, hey, I see that you got work that you need to do. Mom, I got this. I can do this right now so that you can go do your work. As much as that may seem like, Daniel, that you're like, yeah, like I'm just trying to do my work and stuff like that. You're actually saying that because you want to help your mom out, which is really great. Really, really great. So these are all great answers that you guys have given. And I'm really glad that we're able to talk about humility. I'm really great that we're able to dive into this discussion. And before the last question, I just want to give out a couple announcements and stuff like that, just so you guys are aware. There will be, pretty sure you guys heard, there will be no March break this week. No March break camp. I know, boo, boo, boo. But as much as it sucks, yeah, I have nothing. It just sucks. I was really excited to be able to spend time with you guys this week and have some fun, play some games, learn some things. But there will be no March break, unfortunately, this week. There will be no midweek this week. We're treating it like it's March break. And usually March break, I know, boo, I'm so hurt by it. I really am, because we were going to go somewhere super sick on Thursday, and now we can't. So bummed out about it. But there's also no midweek this week. And stay tuned. If you guys talk to your parents, you guys can go on onechurch.to and go scroll down to program updates, and you'll find out updates for next week for our junior high classes and all that jazz, and what great prizes we'll be handing out. Maybe more gift cards, who knows, or maybe other great stuff, who knows. But also stay tuned on social media, because I'll be posting things this week, interactive stuff, randomly this week. So if you stay tuned to that stuff, you may have another chance to win gift cards. Who knows? but you didn't hear it here. That's the secret. Also, yeah, I think that was all that I needed to share with you guys as of right now. Last question. So the way we're going to do this last question for the gift card is I'm going to type the question out into the live chat box. I'm just typing the question now, so give me some time because I realize that I cannot type and talk at the same time. I'm not that skilled. Okay, so with this question, it's a two-part question, okay? It has a first part and it has a second part. I need you in your response to put both parts in, okay? And the first person with the complete answer and a good answer will win the gift card. And it's time stamped on the live chat that I see. So if multiple people say it at the same time, everybody will be getting the gift card. I know it's not there yet. I haven't pressed enter because I want to explain the rules before I post the question. Yeah. So I will do like a countdown. I'll do like 3, 2, 1, question. And the question will pop up. Okay. I just want to make sure that everybody is ready for the question because I don't want anybody to miss out on the opportunity to get a gift card. So I'll give you 10 seconds to prepare your fingers, your typing hands. I hope that you're taking typing classes in school because you're going to really need to use those skills right now. But, okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to count down from 5 because it looks cooler. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So the question is there. I'll read the question as well. What's one way putting others first might change your relationships with them? First person to fully answer this question will get a gift card, and then we will pray, and then you guys can enjoy the day with your families. You guys can eat food, play video games, read a book, do some homework. The guitarist next door. Hello. Is that Aaron? Aaron, are you the guitarist next door? Daniel, I seen your answer, but it's not fully the answer. So you got to say one way. Oh, yeah, I guess it will make your friendships better. They'll be able to talk to you more freely. It might make you closer to others. You will have better relationships. Okay. Daniel, you play guitar. Yes. Oh, yeah, you're in the guitar classes. So I did know that. Okay, so we actually will have 3 winners because they were all time stamped at the same time. And I like the answer. So if Daniel, you can tell me what gift card you want. Rachel, you can tell me what gift card you want. And Isabel, you can tell me what gift card you want. And I will get you your gift cards. So those are our 3 winners. And the gift card value will be $10. So like if you put like Apple Store, just know you're getting like $10 in the Apple Store. Like just trying to clarify that a little bit. But yeah, Daniel, Rachel, and Isabel, you 3 are our winners. So in the live chat, just let me know what group chat you want, what gift card you want right now, so that I can get those ordered, get those ready, and probably get them mailed out to you guys. So do not, I repeat, do not put your address in this live chat. I can get all your addresses. Do not put them in the group chat. Just put the gift cards that you want. So Isabel, yes, I can get you iTunes gift card. Rachel, I can get you Starbucks. And Daniel, I'm still waiting for you. Still waiting for your gift card, and then we will pray. I'm mic'd. McDonald's. I was like, what? All right, sick. All those 3 gift cards I will get. And right now we're gonna pray, and then we'll see you guys next week. Such a far time. Single tier. But here, if we just want to bow our heads, and I will pray. All right, dear God, I thank you so much, God, that just even with what's happening in our world right now, Father, Lord, that, man, we have technology and we have the ability to still meet online, God, and still be able to talk about you, Father, Lord, still be able to dive into what your word says, Lord, and still be able to learn about things, Lord, that are going to help us and further us in life, Father God, Lord. And I love how we talked about humility. I love how we talked about being humble, Father. And Lord, I just pray, Lord, for each and every single person in this chat, Lord, each and every single person, Lord, that tuned in, Lord, even for myself, Lord, that this is an area, Lord, where you would challenge all of us in, Lord, that we would be able, just as the last question said, just this week, Father, Lord, what's one thing, Lord, that we can do to put someone first, Lord? And God, I really pray, Lord, that you would challenge us with that, Father, Lord, that you would challenge us, Lord, this week to do one thing to put someone first, God. And I would even take it a step further, God, and say, Lord, let it not just be for this week, God, but Lord, let it turn into a lifestyle, Lord. Let it turn into something that we do on a regular basis, Father, Lord. We're looking out for other people first, God, Lord, that, man, we're waking up every morning and asking you, Lord, how can I put someone first today, Lord? That would be so amazing, God, if we can walk away with that just instilled in us, God, Lord. And Lord, I pray, Lord, just over these next couple of weeks, Lord, that these students would stay safe, Lord. These students would have fun. These students would enjoy themselves, Lord, and whatever activities, whatever games, whatever they're doing, Father God, Lord, I pray, Lord, that you would just be with them, Lord. Let them have fun and let them enjoy themselves now, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, guys, it was great to talk to you guys, and I'm glad we honestly have the technology and tools to be able to do this, because I feel like if I wasn't able to see you guys, I would miss you, and that would totally suck. So I'm glad that we're able to communicate. I'm glad that we're able to talk. Thank you guys for tuning in, and please stay updated on social media. Stay updated on some of the interactive things that we're going to be doing this week. Stay updated on what we're going to be doing next week on Sunday. And please stay safe. Have fun, guys. And Daniel, Rachel, and Isabel, you'll be getting your gift cards mailed to you guys. So that is how you'll be getting the gift cards. Yeah. So don't need to worry about that. You will find it in the mail. But again, it was a pleasure to be with you guys. Have a great rest of the day and have a great week. And I am signing off. So have fun. And bye, guys. It's been real. The vigorous wave.